evening to you and happy Thursday. It is October the 12th, 2023. Do not adjust your television set. Do not fool with your computer screen. You are watching live and in color Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, live and in color all across Facebook and YouTube land. And we want to encourage you right now, if you're watching us on Facebook, reach over, hit the like button, hit the share button, let everybody know that you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. It gets our message out to an even broader audience. So, again, if you're watching on Facebook, do us a favor, hit the like button and hit the share button so that our broadcast is sharing on your page. All right, guys, it's Thursday night. We're looking forward to a great time tonight here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Got a lot we're going to be talking about. And we'll be talking about a whole lot of nothing. So you just wait your turn, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. You might learn something tonight. You might hear it, the truth, and only you can find out here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We are coming to you live from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studio in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and our studio at turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway, Dothan, Alabama. Coming to you all across this great nation and in foreign countries where it is legal and illegal for us to broadcast. Coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and one of our favorite places on the earth, the great state of Baker County, Georgia. We give a big salute to them, and we welcome all of you folks, no matter where you're watching tonight. If you're watching in your home, your automobile, your boat, your motorcycle, your airplane, your hang glider, wherever you're watching from tonight, we welcome you to the show tonight. Guys, y'all going to be impressed.
I'll be a first.
Yeah, well,
be a first.
it never ceases to amaze me what you come up with.
They first time for everything.
Already got this week and next week sold on the big screen.
All right.
2 weeks in a row done got them sold on the big screen. So if anybody out there wanting to be on the big screen, it'll be week after next before you can get on there. But how about this one? We're live 121.5 inches.
Wow.
Live and in color tonight. We're at Ham Bones.
Yeah.
Bones. Horse hoof trimming and jello salad by the pound. Ham bones, hog hides, jalapeno and horseradish flavored. Ham bones, hop-along Cassidy costumes. Ham bones, heirloom, gently used wedding garters and lingerie. And ham bones, half-eaten Twinkie cake outlet in Haleburg, Alabama.
Whoa. Who opened that up in Haleburg?
I don't know.
Is that wedding lingerie or honeymoon lingerie? Which one is it now?
I'm assuming it's gently used wedding garters and wedding honeymoon lingerie. Here's what I'm thinking: is for them that the marriage didn't work out and they were returning, so he's recycling.
I got you.
It sounds like it didn't work out after the first night there, Mark.
Yeah. Little problem there.
Life changes after that first night.
Had a malfunction.
I don't know who owns Ham Bones, Charlie. He didn't give a check. He gave cash, and I didn't ask.
No.
Ham bones, horse hoof trimming and jello salad by the pound, hog hides, jalapeno and horseradish flavored, hop-along Cassidy costumes, heirloom gently used wedding garters and lingerie, and half-eaten Twinkie cake outlet in Haleburg, Alabama.
It's not Dr. Mobley, I can tell you that. He ain't got time for that.
But if you're in the Haleburg area, do us a favor, swing in and see Ham Bone and tell him you appreciate him being a partner with the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Let me get this out of the way first. We know what happened on Saturday. A devastating attack on the country of Israel. You will see in the right-hand corner of our screen tonight that will remain there the entire night. It's a flag of the Israeli flag, and it says, "We stand with Israel." So let me make this statement very clear and to the point so that even a child can understand this. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show officially stands with the country of Israel, God's people, We will pray for them. We will pray that God will sustain them, and we will back them in whatever they do to maintain their sovereignty and independence. And if that does not align with your views politically, then I ask you right now, turn your computer off and watch MSNBC or something else. We unapologetically, as a TV show and as four individuals, stand firm with Israel.
Amen.
Yeah. Yep.
100%.
You can now talk, Charlie.
Oh, is it my turn? Yeah. I'll touch on what you just said. I having been in radio and TV all the years I have, and seen how it's kind of, excuse the expression, gone to hell in a handbasket in these last few years. There is still some good folks out there, and Rick and Bubba out of Birmingham, Alabama, they they love the Lord, and they are not ashamed to let their feelings be known. And I listen to Rick and Bubba. I think they do an excellent job. And every morning, about 7:15 Alabama time, they'll get a little segment and talk about what's happening in the world in politics and some of the things I've heard this week. BLM in support of Hamas. I mean,
Yes, sir.
we've got to understand where we are in this country. And going back to what Marvin said, we unapologetically feel the way we feel, and it's time for the separating of things, and that's what you're seeing, and I think Marvin would agree from a scripture biblical standpoint. We are in probably the final days of this old earth the way we have known it, and everything's lined up, and you got to either be for or you got to be against. We are for Israel and pro gospel of Jesus Christ as well.
Charlie, let me say this too, and I did not. I do this as a precursor. I didn't call not any of the three of you and tell you that I was going to say that on the air.
No, you didn't ask nobody. You didn't ask my permission, and I know you didn't ask Queasel's
I
permission.
feel like this. Floyd says, "Surround yourselves with like-minded people."
Amen.
I didn't have to call you.
No. Everybody, we all knew where we stood, and I want to, and then I'm gonna start being myself after I compliment you as the pastor of a church that teaches New Testament. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. The way you so many times in some of these churches, and I'm not being critical, just being observant. Everything has to go a certain way, and it's just about timed out with a stopwatch, like you do commercials or stuff like that. But you just when the Spirit hit you Sunday morning, stopped the service pretty much and said, "Hey, we need to pray for Israel," and called on one of those in the congregation to pray, and that's what it's all about. And I commend you for doing that, following what the Lord was laying on your heart, not a script somewhere. Quazel, I'll let you jump on him. You have to work with him. I was just
Yeah.
being nice this one time now. One time.
It's been a good day today. I ain't had to see him today.
Oh,
I ain't had to see him.
congratulations.
Yeah.
That's like a day off.
I had to get up. I had to go to Statesboro. I got up this morning and left about 5:30, and it rained every inch from here in Statesboro and almost every inch back.
Well,
And,
let me say this before you go any further. I didn't want me to interrupt, but we got at the farm all locations except for one. 1 inch of rain, got 1.2 at the at a hayfield. But for those of you who are watching that are so glad you got rain and you got a rain gauge, not like Marvin that don't have a rain gauge, you're welcome to text, or I guess just in the comments on our pages, let us know how much rain you got, because it was a blessing and something that was very much appreciated. Go back to you, Queasy. I don't want to interrupt you anymore.
Well, no, I ain't got much to say. I just got a little bit to say on that Israel. You know, I ain't never been classified as the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I am a knife and I am in the drawer. I just might not be the sharpest, but you know, it hurts to get cut. It hurts sometimes to get cut with a dull knife worse than it does a sharp knife.
A
You
lot
know, but
worse.
I'm gonna base it all on this right here. All throughout the Old Testament, the Bible, there was nation after nation after nation after nation that attacked the Israelites. None of them stood. Every one of them lost. So why do they think it's going to be any different now? Those are God's chosen people. We are adopted into God's family. That makes us brothers and sisters with the Israelites. So it's
Exactly.
our job to stand by. It's our job to fight with them, to do whatever we got to do to protect them, because they've always been there for us, and we need to be there for them. I hadn't seen a lot of the news today, just hearing bits and pieces over the radio stations as I went along. But it sounds like the United States has made some positive steps in the right direction toward maybe throwing our support behind them. I hope so. Of course, we couldn't go no way but up, couldn't go down no further than about where we were. But let me tell you something, and then I'm through with this, because I don't even like to think about it. Anybody that will do to women and children what they did,
Ooh, what you talking about?
death ain't good enough for them.
No.
I mean, death is too good for them. What I meant to say. It broke my heart yesterday. I was sitting there watching some of it when they did that interview. Fox News did that interview in that room, in that child's room with the toys and all, and I felt tears, running down my cheek. I just can't I can't take that. We need to pray for these people. Um, I, uh, I can't imagine. And here's the thing that's so scary. We feel so safe and secure. This could happen to us. It could happen to us. They some nuts over here in the United States. We've let them in by the millions from right down here at the border. I mean, they're here. They calling
Amen.
tomorrow for a world, a global jihad day tomorrow. So, I mean, everybody needs to be observant, be aware, be looking. We live in dangerous times. But when you mess with Israel, you dig in a little more danger than you can handle. You can't handle the danger you digging with when you messing with God's people. When you messing with God's chosen people, you messing with God. I don't think Hamas or anybody else is ready for that. And so with that, Floyd, we'll get your expert opinion on the situation.
I think all of y'all are hitting you're real close around the deal. But I'm gonna kind of shuck it down a little bit more, shuck it on down to the cob to explain about. And Israel's always had enemies. I remember reading back in the Philistines, giants of men, and they slayed them. They had a boy, about a 12-year-old Israeli boy, who killed the biggest one of them with a stone right between his eyes, right there. And then he went up there and cut his head off with a sword and stood on it and said, "Here I am." The people that the Israelis are dealing with, there's nothing new to them. With the
No.
caliber of people that are their enemies, and you take the lowest common denominator of people that you can find on the planet, and that's the Israelites' enemies. You take a culture of people whose whose leader, this is back from the 7th century, who the Mohammed, his holy name or whatever y'all want to say about him. Mohammed, he was a pedophile. Uh, he was a torturous murderer, and he duped people into doing his evil will for him. He created a religion out of convenience for him, so he could have access to all these children. and sodomize them. That's who their leader is. That's who they worship. And then you take from that, from the 7th century, for the last 1,300 years, the men have married and impregnated their first cousins. So you can imagine what kind of society you're breeding with that. And they worship at the altar of destruction. Total destruction. That's the only thing they understand. And when you get a society of people like that, it's a hard enemy to beat because they will do anything, anything. And sometimes people say, I can't stoop to that level, but that's the only thing they understand is total destruction. They understand nothing else. And I'm for Israel. I'm 100% for Israel. I hope they do whatever it takes to annihilate their roaches. And the Hamas people over there in the Gaza Strip are actually Egyptians that the Egyptians pushed out of their country because they were founders of the Muslim Brotherhood. Follow me, if you will, for a moment. And they thought Egypt said these dudes are going to try to overthrow us because they're crazy, they're ruthless. The Egyptians do have a little bit more mentality and a little bit higher standing in society than most of the other Muslims do over there. They threw them out of Egypt because they thought they were going to overthrow them. They wound up in the Gaza Strip. Egypt was going to attack Israel from the south side, and then Syria was going to attack Israel from the east side. And they put all of these pawns. See, they use the Hamas people. See, the Muslims use the Hamas people the exact same way as a Democrat Party uses some of its vulnerable citizens in its party today. They dupe them into believing that they are all on their side. Well, Israel was whooping Egypt and whooping Syria, and guess what happened? All of them, the Muslim Brotherhood people and the Hamas, it wasn't Hamas back then, it was Muslim Brotherhood people, they got trapped over that. They got trapped. And Egypt wouldn't take them back. Syria wouldn't take them back. It's just like what's happening at the southern border right now. All the prisons are being emptied in South and Central America and sent to us. They are emptying the prisons in Venezuela. That's who we are getting. That's the same caliber of people who now populate Gaza. Israel controlled Gaza at one time. Israel built all these buildings and everything that they're bombing now. They built all that. The Hamas people did not build that. They don't build things. They tear things down. So Israel just walked off and left it with them, left it to them. They grow nothing. They produce nothing. They are strictly, totally 100% dependent upon the Arab nations, upon Iran and Saudi Arabia and these other Arab nations to supply them with whatever they have. Kind of like the welfare system we have in the United States of America today. Totally dependent upon somebody else seeing after them. And this is what they've got. This is what they've got. They don't build anything. They tear things down. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? So we up against a big issue. Israel is hanging by a thread, and the thread is on fire. And I don't trust Joe Biden no further than I could kick him down the street. I don't trust him. He's sending these aircraft carriers over there with all these fighter jets. And what worries me about that deal, he's not there to help Israel. If Israel starts throwing too much heat on Hamas, I think he's got them planes and them aircraft carriers there to turn on Israel. And if that ever happens, when that happens, like you say, you better close the book because the book's done been read. Mm-hmm. But it's this deal here. And
God will remove his hand from a country. Like if America ever turns on Israel, God will remove his hand upon the country.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
I think the hand of God has been the only thing that has kept this country from totally imploding.
This right here, the United States of America, the only thing. That's it.
I don't
We self-destruct.
believe.
We don't self-destruct.
And if your plan is close, Floyd, and I don't believe that the military of the United States of America would follow that order.
Think about this now. Think about this. Think about who's getting in the military now. Think about who the military is
Yeah, but
actively recruiting.
they ain't none of
There
them got
you
sense
go.
enough to fly an airplane.
Oh
Think
yeah,
about
oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
Never count them out, man. And they've thought about this thing from way back. You know what they say? The military, the biggest issue with the military, the biggest existential threat to the United States of America, global warming and white supremacy. That's the military says that. Global warming and white supremacy. So they have recruited all these people in the military. I hope and pray that we got enough good blue-blooded, red, white, and blue-blooded people in the military that would deny that order, that would
I just
stand.
don't. I believe he would.
I hope you're right, Cleve. I do.
I
I
hope you're
do.
right.
I do. But I tell you what, you know, if you watch the news, did you see these colleges? Did you see them out there? These young people out there in the street. What they ought to do is, a mom and daddy needs to pull the funding away from sending them to college for free. So that, and where they really got to get in there and study and learn something, they ain't got time to get out there and pro Palestine and all that kind of stuff. You know, they need to work their way through college. Then instead of doing that, they be turning to flipping a hamburger or frying up some chicken wings or doing whatever they need to do to make ends meet.
Well,
Instead
let
of
me,
having,
let me tell you about. Well, let me tell you about what the Palestinians would do to the BLM people, and to the LGBT people, and to the ACLU people, and all these people, all these stupid college students, cake fed, if you will, college students that's on these campuses protesting in the name of free Palestine. Let me tell you the first thing they would do with them. They would behead them. So if y'all listen to me out there, any of you stupid college students that might be listening might have accidentally tuned in, and you out there with your pro-Palestinian flag, the biggest thing is, well, that stupid Rashida Tlaib, who's a United States Congresswoman in her Capitol office building in the United States Congress in the Capitol in the United States of America, Washington D.C. She's got a Palestinian flag. I saw it last night on TV, and I thought to myself,
front of her office.
Palestinian flag on one side and got the rainbow flag on the other side. Let me tell you what the Palestinians do to the rainbow folks. Y'all gonna be the first to go now. I hate to say this, but they'll come for you because I've seen them. I know what they'll do. They'll throw them off. They'll throw them off of buildings. Picked up the newspaper in Saudi Arabia one Sunday morning. I read it. It said, headline: 7 sodomites executed yesterday, and by executed, I mean the heads were off. They had come up and they told the whole story about how it all transpired. They came up on a group of men performing acts of sodomy upon one another. The police did because they was having a party, had alcohol involved. They had a party and they were throwing some of the bottles over the little compound wall there. Police came in there and arrested them. That was on one Friday. The next Friday they tried them and found them guilty. And the next Friday they lobbed their heads off. Sodomites. So don't come at me now, but with all this peace and love stuff with your Palestinians. And they want, the last thing they want is peace and love. So,
one thing I did see, you know, a lot of that protesting's going on at Harvard. There were some CEOs of companies that said, hey, give us a list of all these clubs that endorsed it and their members so we can know not to hire them when they go looking for a job.
I saw that.
That's good. I hope that's true. I hope that's right. But one more thing, and I'm gonna quit. And I found this shocking. I had to do some research on it, but I found out. I said, why? How in the world did that many people in Israel get killed, and nobody could shoot back? Nobody killed none of the terrorists. Let me tell you, y'all listen to me real close. One of the things I say at the end of the show, to exercise your Second Amendment rights, they don't have any Second Amendment rights in Israel. 2% of the population own weapons, guns in Saudi Arabia. I mean, in Israel. They think they have trusted and these people in the Israeli government who are just as stupid and who are just as dangerous as some of these leaders over here in the United States of America are. They have convinced them, do away with your guns. Let us protect you. Don't
We
ever
got you
fall for
covered.
that trap. Yeah, we got you covered. Don't ever fall for that trick. That is a trick to disarm you. But that's why so many of them got killed, and nobody could fight back. Nobody could save their family. Nobody could kill the people who tried to kill them and their children. 2% of the population of Israel owns firearms. And you got to be a policeman, or you got to be a military. You got to be somebody special to have a firearm in Israel. Chew on that one.
Well, and
That's
they went into all those homes and all of that. Can you imagine? There are 4 times as many guns as there are American citizens in the United States of America. And if those who exercise their Second Amendment right, they start, I'm not saying it couldn't happen because it very well could, but if they started coming in some of the homes trying to pull people out, don't you think there'd be a
It'd
lot
be a
of
deterrent. It'd be a deterrent to them. Because when you leave somebody laying out there on your driveway out there, that's a deterrent to the next person that's going to come up there and try to come in your house. They're going to bypass. That's like the Passover blood. They're going to pass over you. They're going to pass over you. They're going to go somewhere. Somebody that's got they're going to go down the street somewhere that's got a Biden Harris sign in their yard.
Hey, we got to pay some bills. Charlie told me about Moby Dick. Right.
Man, I could talk from here until the top of the hour, or as old Farley used to say, the straddle of the night about the Moby Dick restaurant because there's so much to talk about. But put simply, it is the finest food you'll find anywhere in this part of the country. Great buffets. They've got a Sunday buffet that is just remarkable. Everything you can imagine there, dessert wise, vegetable wise, chicken, fried, baked, turkey, ham, roast beef. It's all at the Moby Dick. Now, I have not checked, but is it this coming Friday night?
Tomorrow
The
night.
state,
Tomorrow
that's
night.
tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Prime rib and shrimp. All you can eat prime rib and shrimp buffet tomorrow night at Moby Dick. All you can eat. Let me say that one more time. All you can eat prime rib and shrimp at the Moby Dick.
And it's easy to find. You don't even need GPS. If you know where Highway 27 US is, Highway 27, and Colquitt, Georgia, it's about a mile north of downtown Colquitt, Georgia on the 4-lane on US 27. Check them out. Tomorrow night, buffet Sunday, buffet during the week. You won't find any finer food in this part of the country than the Moby Dick, Colquitt, Georgia.
Floyd, talk to him about Ziggy B.
Nothing better, man. If you want you some fresh seafood, go see her. I missed her today. I didn't go in there today. Me and Nadine, we had to go to Albany up there, doctor's appointment. So we got back home a little bit late. We already had a pot of chili cooked up. I missed her today, but I'm gonna see her tomorrow. Don't count me out, Ann. So I'll see you tomorrow, baby. Look at that, what they got right there, Marvin. Fresh red roe mullet, and they mullet, and they got white mullet roe.
Do you know, Floyd, I could, if that was cooked, I could eat that whole pan full.
I know you could. With you some cane syrup and some biscuits, man.
Where would you be tomorrow, Marvin?
They got it right there.
We're near a Charmin toilet paper outlet.
Yeah, they got whatever you want in the seafood line. Go to Ziggy B's right there. Y'all go see Angela. She got oysters. Got the good Cedar Key oysters. Got them about a bag full in there. Got them about a half a bag full. Pints, half pint. Got whole catfish fillet, shrimp, scallops, lobster tails, salmon, crawfish, whatever you want in the seafood line that'll make you happy. Ziggy B's got it. Y'all go in there and see her right there in Colquitt, Georgia, right there on Main Street going out of Colquitt, Georgia, there right on West Main Street going out of Colquitt, Georgia, right there by that big old Ford dealership. You can't miss her. Go see her.
Boys, this is week number 3, Charles Pickles squash. That's 3 weeks in the ground right there. Look at that.
Do it, Pickle. Do it.
Son, that is
I ain't never seen it. That's Squashville out there. You can't call that Pickleville. That's Squashville out there.
Immaculated. Is that how you would say it, Floyd? Immaculated.
Yeah, he got them immaculated. He show in. He got them. Yeah. I see a little old weed in the middles in there, but they're pretty soon get choked out. I don't know how you let that little weed get through there in that picture like that was. Anyway.
Is he
I bet
secretive?
he had a more this time.
Is he secretive about his fertilization methods?
He got
Of
it.
that?
I'm telling you, man. The fertilizer folks need to get in touch with him. See what he does. Squash
I
folks
can
need to get in
promise you
touch with him.
this. There's more fertilizer put on that than they is Don King's head of hair.
That's right.
Hey, look at him. Y'all remember this right here? That's been a few days ago.
Oh yeah,
Good Lord have mercy. Look at
that's
that.
been a
What a
while.
crew!
Man,
That cool, ain't it?
that is.
Oh, we
Y'all remember where we were?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
we were at Cotton Hall.
Cotton
Oh,
Hall.
yeah.
Yeah,
Doing a benefit. Doing a
that's
benefit.
right.
Folks at Cotton Hall.
Ah, you got it
We ain't
now.
been back.
All we
They
need,
didn't invite us back, but we was there one time showing that for sure.
Yeah, we was.
all we need is a Prevo and a good driver. That's
That's
all
all
we
we
need.
need. That's right.
That's it.
Somebody got a good set of license. They got a good pair
That's
of license.
right.
Guys, it's that time. Trivia time. Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt, Georgia. 229-726-4825 is their phone number. And they are located on the southwest corner of the square, 109 West College Street. Embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, gifts. They got their own line of Hissy Scents candles. Go by and pick you up one of them. Right there, take your t-shirts in, take your work shirts in, give them the logo. They will put them on their jackets, whatever you want a custom embroidery logo on. They will do it right there at Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt. The winner of tonight's trivia contest will receive a logoed enamel campfire mug, courtesy of Southern Hissy Fits, the supplier of all the official licensed Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show memorabilia. All right.
Hey, Marvin, hold it a minute. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Them scented candles they got.
Uh-huh.
Do they have a Marvin scent candle?
Oh,
No, but we are working. I'm getting them to work on a fried mullet roast scented candle.
You stay over there so much. I didn't know if you had got a scent in that candle where they selling your scent. I didn't know.
Yeah, they asked me, but I can't. I'm still working on the license and patenting on that. But anyway, I need you to text your correct name and the answer. No, your name and the correct answer, not your correct name. Need your correct name and the correct answer. Correct name and correct answer. Text it to 229-254-5060. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Southern Hissy Fits trivia time. Here's the question. What TV show in the 1950s whose main character used to say, "Let's sanctify our watches"? What TV show in the 1950s whose main character, and I need to know the main character's name too, whose main character used to say, "Let's sanctify our watches"? I need the correct answer and your correct name. 229-254-5060. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Southern Hissy Fits trivia time. All right, boys, do y'all know the answer?
No, that was for my time.
I know the answer.
But I'm concerned about that candle.
Why are you concerned about the candle?
Well, I just want to make sure they get that scent before he gets that pan of mullet roll they got up there. Ziggy B's. I'm worried about that. Worried.
Are you gonna be around City Hall all day tomorrow?
That's why I was hoping they were listening to Florida, so somebody go buy them all up so Marvin can't get none of them. We need him to do some work, if he will.
All right, I'm still looking for the correct answer. I don't have no one has sent in the correct answer yet. So we're
I
still
wasn't born in the 50s. I don't remember that show.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, we got another bill to pay. Queez will tell them about Phillips Auto Parts and the Holstered 9.
So here it is. This is your one-stop shop. Ain't many places you can go where you can cover the territory that you can cover at this place. All your farming needs, man. They peanuts they coming in. You had to take a break today because of the rain, so you got it's a good time to be greasing everything up and working on everything. They got all the stuff you need for that. Might need to change your oil in your car, your truck. Might need some brake pads. They got that. Anything you need in the automotive or the pickup truck lines, they got. Anything in the agriculture line, they got that too. They got, man, for the ladies, they got all that cream and just all kind of hand lotion and body spray and all that stuff, man, make you smell good while you're doing it. So you can go up there. Hey guys, two birds with one stone. Go get you some parts. Pick up your wife a little surprise. Might pay off. You never know. That world famous rabbit pellet grill, made famous by the one and only Floyd B. Lloyd with them world famous rabbit pellets. They got everything you need right there. They got the full line of the Green Mountain grills, from the little tailgaters right on up to the big boys. They got everything you need. And then we were talking about it earlier, and you'll hear Floyd. He reminds you weekly, every time, to about your Second Amendment rights. If you want to see Second Amendment rights, you need to go see the Holstered 9. That's where they got it. Just look at that little snapshot on the wall. That's just a small picture of what they got. They got anything you need for your personal protection. And let me tell you something, to be serious with you just for a second. We live in a day and time now where your personal protection is probably more important than it has ever been. So it's something you might want to consider. You might want to, if you don't have a way to protect a firearm to protect yourself, go up there, talk to them, let them tell you what they got. Let them make suggestions to you to what you need. They can fix old guns. They can restore them. If you got problems with yours, anything you want in the ammunition, the guns, any kind of thing to do with that, they got it covered. And here's the deal. It just all sums up. We were talking about it the other day. They might not be the best parts store and gun store that there is. They're just the best one anybody's ever seen. Right there on US 27 South. Go see Johnny and Key. Let them go spend some time with them. Guarantee you'll be glad you went by there.
Hey guys, don't forget our good buddy Mr. Wayne Garney at KWG Plumbing LLC. He is licensed in Alabama and Georgia for all your plumbing needs, whether new plumbing, whether old plumbing, whether plumbing problems, whether installation of plumbing items. 24-hour service with a smile. 229-220-6694 is the magic number to call, and he will take care of all of your plumbing needs. Queasel, tell me the motto one more time.
Man, if it ain't flowing, he'll get you going with
And
a smile.
None other than KWG Plumbing, Mr. Wayne Garney. And we have him on the phone, the fishing guy and the plumber, Mr. Wayne Garney. Brother Wayne, how are you tonight?
Doing good. Glad to be on the show.
Understand I got a picture put up here of Miss Audrey, your daughter. Looks like she had a good little fishing outing this past week.
Yes, sir. We went after church Sunday to Spring Creek, and she started catching them things. I didn't even get a chance to fish for having to help her keep the fish off the line. We stayed for about 2 hours, and she had a real good outing.
Man, looks like some, what's that, a shell cracker there and some red bellies and little channel cat and a big old blackfish. I bet that blackfish pulled good.
Yeah, she caught him twice. The first time, he got off when she got him to the bank, and I'd be darned if he didn't bite again. We finally harvested it.
He wanted to come home, didn't he? He wanted to come home. Hey, tell us about this too here on the plumbing side. We're looking at a picture. It looks like a brand new house going up of some kind.
Yeah, that's a small 2-bathroom house we plumbing over in Alabama for our contractors over there that hire us out of Dothan. We put that thing in on Monday morning.
I'll be dog. That's a good rough end job there. And that's it right there. That's what he does for a living, y'all. KWG Plumbing. You need him. You need him. He'll be there.
We got to put that in before they can pour concrete. They'll build the house, and then we'll go back and put some more pipes in it. And then we'll go back and put the toilets and the sinks in.
What about your fishing escapades for the coming week? What's that looking like?
Yeah, we planning on going up to Newton to the river up there on the Flint River. One of my employees' son's birthday's this weekend, so we're going to take him out fishing.
All right, brother. Well, sounds good. We'll look forward to some great pictures next week and look forward to talking to you again next week on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Brother Wayne, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Maybe it won't be long. We'll get some deer pictures in there. Deer season opens up.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. Thank y'all.
You reckon did he try to cook that blackfish and eat it?
I don't know about all that.
Y'all know the Talibite show is viewpoints, opinions, reflections, and revelations. That's what's kind of. Marvin, are you getting any hits on your trivia course?
Hang on. Hang on.
If I may go ahead and start with my story.
I got it. We have one person.
Okay.
One person that has responded, and they did do the correct answer.
Uh-huh.
You'll never guess who had the answer.
They have no idea.
None other than Rojo Man.
Get out of him.
Rojo Man,
No.
the winner, and she's the only one that answered. The answer was Kingfish on the Amos and Andy show.
That was one of the best shows ever been on TV.
I was before my time.
Wasn't before mine, man. I loved it. Yeah. I remember him now. Yeah, oh man, he had all kind of saying. All right, well, good, Rojo. I'm glad you won it, darling. Glad you won it. May I reflect a little bit now?
Go ahead and reflect.
All right.
You got the flow.
That I had a reflection, had a memory. It jogged my memory on a black.
Something about a boat.
What you got there? What you got there? Everything good, Mark?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you see, everything got a hair trigger now, so be careful with it. Be careful when you pick a low mark.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, folks used to way back yonder, and I see Buddy Chambers. He's watching the night. Buddy may recall this story. He and I are from this kind of the same age group there. This would have been way back, probably in the 40s or the 50s. Might have been in the 60s, probably in the 50s, 40s, or 50s. Folks used to they'd be a pond, be a big, pretty good sized little pond out there, and the weather started turning dry, and old folks knew they were fitting to dry up. If we fitting to have a dry spell now, they'd go out there and they would seine the pond. They'd seine it, had them a seining net. And what happened there? One man get on one side over there of the pond, the other get on the other side. They drag that seining. If the pond wasn't too deep, they'd be one in the middle in there dragging that seining net. They get all the fishes that was in there. They get them out, and they take them and they cook them and eat them, and give them to folks. You know, they share them. They spread them around. They share the fish because if they didn't, the pond was gonna dry up and the buzzards would get the fish. There wouldn't be no fish for nobody. But anyway, they was several men's from Cogwood, if you will, finding a pond. And when you seine a pond, I mean, you got one good pair of shoes. You probably got two good pair of pants. You got one bed. You got your bill for. What they do is just strip down. The men's folks would they strip down and drag that seine net through there. Well, there was one fella in Cogwood. He was his last name was Johnson. His first name was Tom. He had a hold to the seine net, and he had stripped down out there. And he was out there, man. They could feel that thing was filling up with fish. Ooh, they could feel it was just jumping, man. He was just churning. Had so many fish, and he was pulling that thing. And he was out there, and Mr. Johnson was floating around up underneath the water there. And by that time, Blackfish came and clamped down on Mr. Johnson. He told his end of the net down and run around the bank, and the Blackfish still hung on to Mr. Johnson. They said, "Oh, they come out there like with a boat paddle or something." He said, "Oh no!" He said, "I'll get him." I think he took the old Blackfish down. Anyway, you know, Blackfish has got teethies.
They do, yeah.
They got teethies in there. He had bit down on Johnson. Anyway, they went to dividing up all the fish. They didn't know them want the Blackfish. They said, "Tom, you can take that home with you." That's a true story.
That's a true story. That is 100% true story right there.
You heard them old folks talking about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
That
we
made
Oh,
the bench up.
don't tell nothing but the truth on here. That's all we tell.
Hey, that made the bench up there by the ice cream box a long time ago. That's a true story right there.
Back me up, man. There's some of these folks like I'll be telling this stuff and they think. I had one fellow ask me that day. He said, "Man," he said, "well, that story you were talking about that Arab over there in Saudi Arabia riding in a truck and a sheep sitting up in the front seat with him and his wife in the back of the truck." I said, "100% the truth, man. That's it. Don't tell nothing but the truth. I don't. I've seen enough. I don't have to lie. I don't have to make it up. Well, I've got to issue a correction, and it involves you.
Uh-oh.
From last week, we was talking about the road patrol with the shiny patent leather shoes and the big hat, and
Right.
me and Skibo Calhoun and Pearlie and Frog Wells coming home from Daytona, and he pulled me over there, and I said it was Dixie County. And
Right.
he said, "Oh, Floyd said you done gone out of your way." And I said, "Yeah, and I know you know what you talking about." But anyway, I done my I tuned back into my reticular system there. You know, I tuned it back in. I got to think about that thing. It was Levy County.
Leave it. Yeah, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, Bronson, Florida is where we
Yeah.
were. Where I sent
Yeah.
him the $35. Sent him $35. He was talking about like 45, 60 days in the chain gang. Picking up trash. Talking about it.
He had your attention wherever it would, didn't he?
It didn't matter if it was Dixie or Levy.
It was Levy County, Bronson, Georgia. I know that's there, baby. But I got sidetracked the other night with you. I appreciate you really getting me back in my lane. We don't put out false information.
Yeah,
man.
we got to tell the truth.
Yeah, we don't have to. Like I say, we've seen enough. We don't have to tell a lie about it.
Oh,
Where
man.
you say what you say you been what, Floyd? You been where?
I've seen everything but the wind, been everywhere but the electric chair.
Oh, guys, it's that time for Floyd's lists of impossibilities brought to us in exclusivity and perpetuity by none other than Mr. T.C. Berryhill Auctioneer Group. Fine, outstanding auction company nationwide, worldwide. T.C. Berryhill, the proprietor. We appreciate him and his endeavors. He's been with us since day one here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Now brought to us by Berryhill Auctioneer Company, Floyd's lists of impossibilities.
I've thought about telling a story about Reverend Johnson and Bookie tonight, but I don't know if I'm up for that. When you get both of them in the same story, they go to changing characters with you.
If you up for it, go ahead.
Go, yeah, we want it. Do it.
I ain't hurting tonight. I can laugh tonight. The other night,
Go ahead, do it.
You like to kill.
Y'all know Bookie lived out there on a little farm out there with his mama. My aunt Bookie, my cousin, my aunt Rojo, and my uncle Rudy Roy lived out there on a little farm. They had a little old patch out there. Had a little old hog pen, the cow pen, all that stuff. Had that. Anyway, Reverend Johnson, he had been kind of courting with Bookie there, you know, kind of trolling for him to join the church and all that. He knows Bookie had a little bit of money left over from he wouldn't spend all his money on snuff. You know, Reverend Johnson said he figured he could get a little bit of Bookie's money. So anyway, he gonna make a call out there. What you call it when you go see folks? Mama preacher go see folks. What you call home visit?
Yeah, like a visitation.
Visitation. Yeah, that's what Reverend Johnson gonna pay him. Courtesy call out here to Brother Bookie and his mama Rojo and his daddy Rudy Roy. Might get a little something out of him out there. So anyway, he went out there, pulled up out there in his Cadillac. That Bookie was standing out there. He's standing up there leaning up on the fence, looking over there in the hog pen. Reverend Johnson come, "Oh, Brother Bookie," I said, "Oh, that just was the Lord laid on me to come out here and visit with you and your mama Rojo and your daddy Rudy Roy today, just checking on y'all. I want y'all to know with y'all in our thoughts and prayers out here." And anyway, Reverend Johnson looked over there in the pen in the hog pen. There was a hog hopping around in the pen in there. And Reverend Johnson looked at the hog and he said, "Brother Bookie," he said, "I never have seen a hog like that before." Bookie said, "What are you talking about? What you talking about? Ain't nothing hog like that before, Reverend Johnson." Well, he said he ain't got but 3 legs. He ain't got no tail. He ain't got but 1 ear. and about half his nose is gone there, Brother Mookie. What in the world? He said, "Oh, now back off on my hog." I said, "That's a special hog. Special hog. How in the world can that be a special hog all mamacked up like that?" He said, "Well," he said, "I tell you," he said, "a special hog." He said, "Out there the other day," he said "Yeah." Out there, then he was out there plowing. He was on the little Cub Cadet. He plowing the corn, running a hole with it. Cub Cadet stump hole, and I tried to tilt it over and pinned there up under the tractor. That's the he had a press out a cigarette in his mouth. And that gas was pouring out of that gas tank. It pouring out of the gas tank right there, running right there. When he had that cigarette in his mouth. And he said, if it go, the cigarette fire, that cigarette fire gonna blow up, blow up there, burn him up. And about that time, say, here come that hog. He come out there, root around, got his nose up. He said, got his nose up on that wheel, then he tipped back like nose. He pulled there out there. So then by that time the tractor hit that press out of the cigarette fire, there, blew up. Now, well, that's fine. That is why come, Boogie? Why come he ain't got but 3 legs? Ain't got no tail. Ain't got but 1 ear. Ain't got but half a nose. Hold on, let me tell you some more. The other day, Mo, you call Miss Boogie's boy, but Mo was out there in the barn. So she went there early one morning, milk old cow, and said, she don't smoke them press out of cigarettes. She smoke them Salem cigarettes. she smoked them Salem menthol cigarettes. She was out there, he was milking the old cow, and she just didn't want him to Salem like that. Smoke would get hot. Milking the cow. Pulling on, drawing on that facial cigarette. He's making that old cow kind of full up on it. She kicked like that. Said Mo had took a gasoline lantern out there to the old cow. That old cow kicked the gasoline lantern over. Said, got the hay on fire. Said Mo's trapped on that. Said she was about semi-unconscious, laying there and said. About that time, said, here come that hog. Whoa. He coming there and said, he busted that door down and he grabbed him on by the neck and pulled out there in the barnyard. Said the whole barn just burnt up. Said it burnt up. If a hog hadn't got in there with it. Reverend John said, well, I tell you, I said, that's fine. But he said, well, why come he ain't got but 3 legs? He ain't got no tail. Ain't got but 1 ear. Ain't got but half a nose. Said, what in the world the deal with that? And Boogie said, well, I tell you what, William Johnson said, a special hog like that said you can't eat him all at one time.
What a family.
That's old in there now.
That's old, but it's still fun. I don't care who you are.
That's a
If
good
y'all
one.
don't like it, listen to me. If y'all viewing out there, if y'all don't like it, I don't care. We love Oh, that mercy. Look here, let's go to the list of impossibilities. Let's see if I can find one. I write all these things down. I ain't very much organized with this stuff. Yeah, here one right here. It's the impossibility that a transvestite man pretending to be a woman will ever be anything other than a man that looks like an ugly woman in a dress. Impossibility. Here's the impossibility. People in America, and I'm going to spread that out to people in the world that don't know that the My Pillow guy also sells bedroom shoes. If you don't know that, you need to go get you a shot of oxygen if you don't know that. I tell you, I got to get more organized in. Oh yeah, here's one. It's an impossibility It's an impossibility that Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Joe Biden will ever give a speech and say a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Will never happen. Never happen. Impossibility that a Hamas Muslim terrorist, any of them, are concerned about global warming. Name one.
Yeah.
Impossibility that any Democrat politician or CNN or MSNBC narrator will ever utter the words Islamic Muslim terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
Impossibility that Al Sharpton has ever shared the sinner's prayer with anyone. Did I say Reverend Al Sharpton? Phone us in with the names of them people that you shared your sinner's prayer with, that brother Al, if you will.
Mm.
Last one right here. Impossibility that a South Georgia honky cracker redneck. Let me repeat that. This is an impossibility that a South Georgia honky cracker redneck was at the BET Hip Hop Awards show. And last but not least, it's an impossibility. Impossibility that Joe Biden can go 8 hours without having a bowel evacuation in his depends.
Oh, me. You want me to do the weather after all that?
Go ahead. Take
all
it
right.
over from
Cloudy. I'm going to put this in there. A little bit of mist tomorrow. Got some rain possibilities. And then we turn back to the cool side toward the end of the weekend. 72 the high. Look at that. 72 the high on Sunday. Then 67 Monday. 68 Tuesday. And climb back up the ladder for a while. Then by that time, another front will come through and more than likely cool things down one more time. It's getting out of the fall into winter time here for long. Hadn't had fall yet. We're getting the fall good, but got a little cool 40s coming back in. It'll feel good. Harvest time going on. Be careful on the roads. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. That's our message for tonight. And if you really need information on this, it's available. It's in a book called The Holy Bible. It's pretty good read. Pretty good read. Been around for quite some time. Been a #1 seller for a long time. And it's got the whole story in it from start to finish. And we a lot closer to the finish than we are from the start. To you, my good friend Queasel.
Thank you, Charlie. Man, you're so right. You dead on the money. Hey, first of all, we appreciate y'all letting us come in and share some foolishness with y'all, but maybe give a few thoughts on some serious stuff. Every now and then we'll do that a little bit, and this stuff going on in Israel is serious, and stuff going on in the United States is serious too. It's a shame that our nation allows Congress, elected officials in Congress, to openly display support for terrorists. I mean, they should ban them. They should kick them out. They should kick them out of Congress. But they can't even pick a speaker. So how they going to get anything else under control? We in a mess. But I tell you what, I just wanted to end on a little bit of a positive note on the politics side. I'm thankful tonight that right here in Georgia, Florida, and Alabama, that we got 3 good governors who are trying to run our states the best they can run them, and a conservative and keep Christianity where it needs to be.
That's right.
It's so easy that we go out and find stuff wrong with people, but we got 2 good men and 1 good lady that is trying to keep the priorities where it needs to be. Now, a lot of folks will say we got a backwoods kind of attitude about doing stuff. And, I can't speak for Florida and Alabama because I don't follow it as much as I do here. But I know our governor's criticized for the stance he takes for Christianity and how he supports it and the family and the traditional family. And from what I've seen out of the governor of Alabama and of Florida, they both support it too. So us here in this tri-state area, we're lucky. So, we need to give a little bit of credit where credit's due. And one last thing on Israel, and this is it. If you don't think that you need to side with Israel, then just remember the Red Sea. Floyd?
Thank you, Quazel. Good way to close it out, man. I'm gonna leave with y'all with the same thing. I keep telling you this every week, and I hope you listen to me. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lay down and go to sleep at night, get in your bed, that good, cool, soft, comfortable bed, you start thanking God for what He's done for you today. And you'll be asleep. You'll go to sleep. You'll still be thanking. We'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Guys, we love y'all. Appreciate you inviting us into your home tonight. Want to give a big shout out to Moby Dick, one of our sponsors. Don't forget Prime Rib and Shrimp Buffet tomorrow night. Ziggy B's, Phillips Auto Parts, and the Holster 9, KWG Plumbing, uh, Southern Hissy Fits, and Berry Hill Auctioneers. We appreciate each and every one of them. But we appreciate you. You take the time every week to tune us in, listen to what we got going on. You watch us, and we appreciate you. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this. Number one, I can't see that. What is it?
It's a video.
That's you and the fishing reverend. Somebody took y'all picture. Y'all in the boat. Ain't y'all fishing somewhere? I don't know. He just sent it to me.
Huh. Oh, I don't know. It ain't me. I ain't been fishing with the Reverend. Hey, listen, we appreciate you, and we want you to know how much we appreciate you. You don't have to take this time every week to join us, but you do, and that's important to us. We appreciate it. Sunday's coming. Go to church. Get on your knees and thank the good Lord you live in a great country that's still great, and we pray that to God that it's going to remain that way. Here's our scripture for the night. And this is coming from the book of Zechariah. For thus says the Lord of hosts, after his glory sent me to the nations who plundered you, for he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. You know what that means? Those that mess with Israel mess with God's eye. Pray for Israel. Pray for all of those involved in this. Pray that God's will be done. And listen, don't worry. Just trust the Lord. Know that God is in control. He holds all of it in the palm of his hands. We love you. We hope next week we'll see you again. Same place, same time. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We're going to be here. But until then, we don't care what you do in life. But just always do this. Be particular.
Particular.
Good night, y'all.